Welcome to P3 Radio.
The monkey only dances as good as the guy grinding the organ handle.
Brother.
I fly, bro. That is never stopping.
Truck goes to Dwayne.
Cool story, bro.
Footy pajamas.
Hey, genius, it's 2 p.m. Central.
PG3 Radio.
Here's your host, Josh Riley,
Get him off big, Freddy.
Get him on big, Richard Mullican.
And as I put you down, my pants ripped.
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of P3 Radio. I'm Richard Mullican, joined by my co-host, the man in 1983 who was hotter than a $2 pistol. He was the fastest thing around. Lean and mean, every Dixie Youth Judge's dream. The 1983 Dixie Youth Grand Champion and best friend, Josh Brawley. Say hey, Josh.
How's it going, everybody? And let me tell you something. Coming at you, episode 169, and I am always 1 for 69 every time. How you doing, man?
Yeah, you're very popular down at those rest stops.
Did you see one of the flyers?
Yes.
Gave it away.
You know, it's got the little tabs at the bottom, and they're all gone. You
Huh.
know, tear a tab, take with you. They're all gone.
Do they still do that?
What, the
Terratab?
for 69s?
I mean,
rest stops?
maybe.
I didn't know they did it. I was just making something up. I know they do that for like house cleaning services and stuff, you know?
Like the ones with the sexy maid comes over.
Yeah,
and-
well, I don't know. I've never done it. I've just seen it, you know. Need job. Here's my resume, and it's like little tabs that they put out.
I've always just put out a resume on Indeed, and that usually worked pretty good.
That'll do it, you know.
Terratab, huh? I'll try that technique next time.
It's just a piece of paper where they just cut it, you know.
So
at the
I'm
bottom.
going in Monday. I'm fucking quitting. I'm gonna do this Terratab bullshit.
I'm gonna go down to Food Giant, put this up on the bulletin board outside.
get all kind of calls. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, I'm done with this.
Making my own money.
Man, it is colder than a pimp's heart outside today.
Oh man.
I mean,
And it changed like literally whenever I went to bed last
Yeah.
night. It wasn't that bad. You know, just right.
Yeah.
And it must have just fell like a damn woman in a Life Alert commercial because when I got up this morning,
Right.
my fucking shirt was ripped in the little two spots where my nipples
I don't
were.
see how that has anything to do with.
Because it was so cold, my nipples busted
Oh,
on
okay,
through.
gotcha. I thought you were like, it's cold in here. Let me rip my nipples out. That'll warm me up.
No, that ain't how that joke went.
I didn't know.
I
was
could
like,
see in your face like, what is he saying?
like, what the fuck is he talking about? Yeah.
Anyways, Mr. Jump the Punchline, go ahead.
I didn't know you were going for a joke. I thought you were just being honest. Like I woke up and my shirt was ripped around.
It's called
the
ad
nipples.
lib, motherfucker. Imagine that shit. Anyways, yes, it's very cold.
No, last night, like as you were saying it, like I had to go outside yesterday because you know the city doesn't clean out the drains over here, and I knew it was supposed to be raining, so I went outside and it was still kind of sprinkling and everything. So I had leaves, like that's the ones raked out into the street because I didn't want to have my car like almost flooded again because every time it rains, the drain gets clogged up and. When they do clean out we've talked about this. When they clean it out, they put it on
Flood
top.
might do that shit box good though. Hell, it's burnt now. I guess they're just gonna have to cut me a check.
What do you mean you don't give me $34?
Well, we sensed that there was actuator problems, so we took into account for that.
No, ain't no actuator problems now.
Oh, yeah, you done fixed all
I
28
done
of them.
fixed that. Only problem I have with it now is that the tire lights keeps coming on.
I just rip out them controls from the
I
fender well.
I have looked at what fuse it might be that tells me about that tire light, but can't find it anywhere. So, but no, man. Yeah, yesterday I was outside raking those leaves and I was sweating hard, like sweat pouring out of my head, like Patrick Ewing in the fourth quarter, like Chris Rock said. But
Fucking James Brown at the end of the night.
But yeah, man, like it was so warm yesterday, and then you get up today and you're like, my nuts are just. They're like
Where'd they go?
up and down,
You
up
thought
and
that
down.
one son of a bitch done ascended back up into
He done
the.
deserted me again.
Yeah.
My
I'm
father and my left nut, things that can't stick around in my life, apparently. At least my left nut came back, I guess.
Dude, I swear at some point, I mean, maybe if we hook up like a Patreon or something, we could do like special little gimmicks like that where we do a live stream of us like friending your dad on Facebook and then like you crack jokes on him like that. Be like, you know what you and my left nut have in common? Y'all motherfuckers didn't stick around for shit.
What would be fun is if I could get his real number and prank call him on here.
That would be pretty cool.
Just terrorize him for a year. We got infinite numbers of due to Google, we could get any number we want. Right. So it doesn't have to come from the same number. We could do the Roy D. Mercer on him. We could Mike Mayer his ass.
Oh man.
I told you I got one yesterday. They called me. I don't know if I said this last week. It might have been last week, but they called me and they were like, "Hey, we've been trying to reach you about your car warranty. What kind of car do you have, Mr. Mayer?" Or no, they didn't say Mr. Mayor. That was another one. But they was like, "What kind of car do you have?" And I told them some bullshit that keep them on the line. They were like, "We're going to connect you to the Dodge specialist. What's your zip code?" 38301. I gave him a real one. Mm-hmm. He's like, "Okay, great. Let me get you over there." So the guy answers. He's like, "Hi, your car warranty is running out." I was like, "Oh, well, y'all said y'all were trying to reach me by mail. I just moved. Do you know what address you were trying to send it to?" And he's like, hold on one second. Let me look that up." And he's like, "I don't see the address here, but I know your zip code is 38301. Is that be the right address?"
Yeah, you was talking about that last week. But
yeah.
You're talking about another one where they said Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, there was another one where they called me and they were like, "We wanted to speak with Mr. Mayor about his car warranty." And they hung up on me, like I said. And then this guy the other day, he hung up on me after I asked him, I was like, "I'll give you $5 right now if you can tell me my name." He's like, "Well, that's not important. We just got to get that car warranty fixed for you." And I'm like, "Just anything, just spitball it. What do you think it might be? Could you just give me a guess?"
Well,
and he hung up on me.
You sound like a Troy, so we'll go with that one.
It's not very common. I would have went Brian or Chris or
sound like a Brian.
Even Michael. Mike would have been. If you would have said Mike, I was like, "Now you have my attention, sir." Go ahead.
Are you psychic?
But man, we've got a big heavy show today for episode 169.
My back is a little down.
You've got a bunch of this stuff here, so I'm gonna let you carry the show.
Oh man, I just nestle that son of a bitch, and we'll see where it goes. Well, my dad, my mom told me a story about my dad, and she said this was last week or whatever. He was out there with the trimmers, trimming up on the hedges and shit. And
yeah.
They got a pretty big tree in their front yard. Like I call it a tree because it used to be a bush, and now it's so fucking big. That motherfucker graduated to a tree.
It's a tree now.
Yeah, I mean it's got those sticky leaves and shit on it.
Like a thorn bush?
Yeah, but no. The little purple looking leaves with the thorns sticking out. When they.
What did I just say?
You said a thorn bush, when you say thorn bush, I'm thinking of rose bush or
no, it ain't nothing like that. It's got these thorns on it.
Little pricks.
Yeah,
like you. Nah, I already got you. I got that. But anyway, he's trimming it, and he's literally almost done.
Yeah,
he's only got a few more wax on the other side, and then he's good. He's up on the ladder, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
and he said a truckload of dudes pulls up, like. At the on the side of the street or whatever, right in front of where he's at, and he said the only thing he didn't see in that truck was a Middle Eastern guy. Like it was a car full of jokes. Like a black dude, a white dude, a Mexican, even an Asian guy was probably there.
Yeah,
but he didn't see a Middle Eastern guy.
It's like the UN had a bus, like a Uber system,
right? And they just happened to be in an old '92 Chevrolet pickup truck.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everybody sitting in the cab. That's a.
Well, it's an extended.
Oh, but still, that's a lot of people to be in a.
Anyhow,
the truck. Anyways, go ahead.
You can imagine.
Yeah,
my dad's on alert. He had to call in his dick for reinforcement, but his dick started snorting around.
Sent my dick over there to get the license plate number.
Make sure they ain't got no weapons over there. But he said, one guy driving pulls. He sticks his head, where my dad can see him, and rolls the window down, and is like, "I finished that up for you for $75." My dad just said,
Was that the Asian man that said
yeah. Can you tell?
Finish it up for $75?
Yep.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I'm sure your dad had a field day with it. What did he say?
Oh, my God, dude. He just looks and he said, my mom said immediately, he's like, damn, man, I'm trying to get some of that bling like you got on. He said, dude had like a bunch of necklaces and shit on and rings and shit. And I don't know where my dad heard bling because maybe he learned it from a fucking Facebook video or something because he's always on there. And he said the guy laughed or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, but for real, man, we'll finish it all up for you for $75." And my dad's like, I feel like you're trying to hustle me.
When did your dad become like the substitute teacher at a challenged high school? Like in the 90s movie. What was that? Disturbing Minds?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Dangerous
Minds.
My mom is standing right there. She sees the whole thing. So she's just reporting the news to me.
He gets down off the ladder and turns his chair backwards.
No, he's already down off the ladder and he's already approached the vehicle.
Turned his chair around backwards and sat in it reverse style to rap with the kids.
And he said, I feel like you're trying to hustle me. And the guy, he's like, no, man. He's like, look, I used to do shit like that all the fucking time. He's like, I know the deal. And he said they talked for like 10 minutes and the dudes just drove away. Like, I guess it was a meeting of the
con men.
You know my dad's a gambler, man.
Yeah.
He's got that whole gimmick going on. So
it's like when a wrestler that's like really carny and like a worker that tries to work the guys too runs into another one like him.
Right.
And he's like, I respect you, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep on moving.
And you're like, I thought that guy was an asshole. He don't talk to anybody. Then you see him talk. Oh, okay, that's the deal.
Who's dad talking to out there? Is that like his old high school buddy? No, they just met.
Some guy named Razor and Blade and
Your mom's like, no, they just met. Why is he hugging him? He never hugs me. He just told him he loved him as he drove off. I hadn't heard that since I was 8.
And then, dude, while I'm having this conversation with my mom or whatever, she says, did Heather finally tell you that story about me? I said, what are you talking about? And she said, well, never mind then. I'm not even going to tell you. I said, oh, no. I said, I know what you're talking about. I said, yeah, I addressed that on my show. And she said, what? And I said, yeah. I said, I told Richard that my wife said something crazy happened to my mom, but she couldn't tell me. And I said, that's what my family had resorted to was I can't know anything that happens because they know I'm just going to exploit it and make it a joke of it on the show. Right. So I don't know shit. And I told my mom that, and she was like, do you really talk about me all the time on there? And I was like, well, not all the time, but a lot, yeah.
Sometimes we talk about Daddy's hog.
And then she said, well, I guess your dad won't hear it anyway. So she couldn't resist to tell me. She just absolutely couldn't resist.
Does he even have a flip phone?
No. He has
no cell phone.
He has a tablet that my mother gave him.
Gotcha.
And that's it.
All right.
And she finally got it to where he could go to Facebook by himself without her having to turn on the screen and then go to the damn little app.
Right.
Like I don't know what was big about that.
And you said he just does like shop and swap stuff on there.
Yeah. He just
like,
he really looks at the
I would give you $10 if you got on that one day while he was outside and wrote on there, you know how it has your feeling emotional watching fried green tomatoes or something like that. Start friending people, random people. Who's this on my tablet?
Goddamn, Freda, what you done did now? Damn.
Can't find any of my cooning friends on there. So anyways, she said that he would.
I'm supposed to go on a coon hunt in Mississippi next week. I ain't got his damn contact anymore.
It's still there. You just don't know how to hit next or scroll. Once you get past those 8 that it shows you at the front of the page, he don't know how to scroll up.
See also. Like, what the hell's that mean?
I don't even know who also is.
Sound like he might be a Mexican.
That would be. You should hack it sometime.
Really fun.
Still got to ask him some questions on how to like hunt things.
Oh yeah.
How would you hunt Dracula?
What I do would.
Wait till the daytime. Who's gonna hunt Dracula at night?
That's stupid.
Giving him an advantage. You do it in the daytime when he can't go outside.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
my mom, she just could not resist telling me the story. She said, so you didn't hear about anything that happened down at Granny's house? I was like, no, I didn't. And she said, because you know how the house is vacant, but they still pay for the alarm system and all that bullshit. So anytime like something happens or the alarm system, because for some reason they have trouble with it, like just the service going out.
Yeah.
And then they'll have to go, and go over there and like unplug the fucking box and then plug it back up to reset it and stuff like that. You know, the alarm system will text you and tell you if there's a problem.
Right.
Well, she's the one that always goes over there. Anyways, she goes over there and she's on the phone with the tech. She's got the panel pulled off because these fucking people that I don't know the company's name, but apparently they put all kind of trust into their customers because they instructed her to pull the front panel off of the fucking security.
Now, whatever you do, shit, don't touch that red wire.
My mom's over 60, dude, and they're trying to teach her like tech work and shit.
Right.
It's fucking
So what you're going to
weird.
do is you're going to open up a command prompt here.
A command what, son?
What's the keyboard? I don't know. Is that where the typewriter thing?
So she's got it open and everything, and she said all of a sudden the power and everything just shut off. Like the whole goddamn thing. There wasn't power to it. And she said usually, you know, that doesn't happen. It's usually just the service clicks off.
Right.
Then she can reset it or whatever. She's on the phone with these motherfuckers the whole time. So she said, hold on. You know, they tell her to hold on. They're going to do something, blah, blah, blah.
Which means they're not doing shit. They're, just
They're,
like-
they're scrambling. At
they're
this
just
point.
waiting to see if it comes back on.
goddamn.
And if they say, hey, it came back on. Yeah, we did this thing. Go ahead and try it again.
So
How I work on cars. Give it another shot. See what
try
happens.
to start it one more time.
Yeah, like a little bit of time will fix that broken engine. Start it again.
It'll fix that hunk out of the flywheel.
Still nothing, huh? Yep, time ain't gonna fix a fan belt. You can sit there as long as you want, Richard Lee. It ain't gonna work.
Just try to start it one more goddamn
just come
time.
on. Come on now.
One time.
Jeez.
But
Let me touch something.
what you got to do is you got to hold your jaw like this and turn that screwdriver to the right. That's the trick. But, so they finally get the damn power clicked back on to the
Yeah.
box. I don't know what the fuck happened, but evidently whatever they did when that power to the box cut off,
Right.
and then they restored the power on their end, and then everything clicked back onto the screen and everything, and they were like, "Okay, ma'am, just put that panel box back on there, and then you'll be fine." Blah blah blah. She puts the panel box back on, and then she hangs up with them and everything. She's leaving to go lock up and then leave the house and go back home. When she opens up the front door, there is a fucking fire engine truck, like the big one, and then two of the fucking SUVs.
Getting out with axes and
Yeah,
shit.
they've already like got all their guys off of the truck,
Yeah.
and they're getting like they're fixing to come in and see what the fuck.
Right. Wow.
The detail I forgot to mention. My mother was in her fucking pajamas at the time because it was like she didn't plan on doing anything.
Right.
So she was like, she walks out there. She said, all I had on was a pair of plaid flannel pajamas and some Uggs. God damn it. I was so embarrassed. And she was so scared that my dad would find out and chastise her. But having men coming out there, goddamn, spending the city money. Shit. What's wrong with you, Freedom? Like, she was so embarrassed, dude. Like,
He would get mad at the fire department
no,
coming?
he would get mad at her for deploying the fire department because he would think that it was something wrong
she
on
did.
her end
Yeah.
that made the motherfuckers come out here. So she had to go out there and tell them what the deal is this whole time. Looking like a damn idiot in her pajamas. You know, like I said, 'cause
Uggs and flannel PJs.
her hair was probably all fucked up because, like I said,
She touched the red wire.
she had just got out of the bed to come down there when they
yeah.
texted her, that something was wrong.
Right.
So she figured I'll be in there in just a few seconds, boom, boom, then I'll get in the car and go back home and go to bed.
Right.
No, she was afraid like that your mom and James seen because they were like they live right there.
Right.
My aunt was gonna see, and think like there was some big tragedy that had happened
Yeah.
or whatever. But no, and she told me, she said, I seen one of them firemen at the marketplace about a week later. He looked at me all crazy.
They see way worse than that.
I mean, but you know how my mom is.
Yeah,
though.
I mean, speaking of the fire department.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah.
I had my own little fire experiences.
Uh-oh. Well,
So, we got the fire pit.
Yeah.
Or whatever, right?
well, we had a fire pit. You can't put those things on wooden decks.
No. We've got enough clearance,
Here
for
we
what
go.
you're supposed to do.
Right.
You're not supposed to do what I did. But either way.
Is this going to be like Gilligan's Island?
That's the famous deck, though. The famous deck that
Yeah.
Short and Long Construction constructor had the fucking political fallout, everything. Like, my God.
Yeah.
So me
it would
and
be
my
like Gilligan's Island when they had the boat, and that's how they got saved because Gilligan started a fire to cook something on the
Right.
boat. He's like, "This is what you did. What? Yeah." So go ahead. You lit your deck on fire.
No, I did not. But me and my son, we were grilling, and then we were like, well, I wish we used a fire pit. We've only used it once, you
Right.
know? And man, I'm just thinking you could just put wood, like you just anything in there. And as long as it's a controllable fire, it should be okay, right?
No, not at all.
Well, I found out.
Let's get some cardboard remnants and throw it in there.
No. Even better. So my idea was, okay, we got them fire starter sticks. Whenever I grill,
Yeah.
I always use these. It's called, I think it's called Fatwood fire starters. And pretty much all it is that I thought it was like, foot long pieces of pine, and they're about 2 inches thick, but a foot long.
Yeah.
I'm going to put, a good bit in there. And then, because they're small pieces of wood, right?
No.
Okay, so I used 2 of these
Jesus.
sticks. I used 2 of
I
these.
think one will get a campfire going.
Yeah, I used 2 of these sticks to keep my my fire going. Like to get it started in the
Yeah.
charcoal grill. So I'm thinking, okay, 2 of those don't really burn worth of shit. For what I'm needing. So
Are you supposed to eat something off of that though? I guess it isn't a bad thing though, is it?
No, it's just pine.
Oh, okay.
Like it just keeps your fire, your charcoal from not burning out before it gets cold up or whatever.
Okay.
But eventually they burn out and just keep the charcoal going. But I put about 20 in my fire pit. Now, like you said, it is on a wood porch.
Yeah.
But my deck is probably, the roof over the fire pit is probably about 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
So, like I said, a controllable, comfortable little fire, not going to be a problem. I've got lights that I've strung up, like for lighting out there and everything too.
Had lights that you strung up. Probably.
And I spent like $75 on those little rope lights or whatever.
You could have just waited till Christmas and got Christmas lights.
Probably could have, but that's no fun in June. But either way. So I put 20 of these bad boys in there, and I stack it up like it's a fucking death match.
Right.
I put 3 in a row, then put 3 in a row, 3 in a row. My fucking fire was this tall, Richard.
He's holding about 4 feet, 4.5 feet up in the air.
No, I'm not. It's like a foot and a half.
Oh, you did this. I thought you meant from the ground.
No. I have the other hand.
I
It's
wasn't
a little
looking.
over a foot tall.
Okay, yeah.
Too goddamn tall, apparently.
Yeah.
Because I put lighter fluid on it and everything, and I light it. And at this point, I'm out there by myself. My son's inside fixing his plate and all that. And it starts burning, but it's not bad. I'm just thinking, okay, this isn't too horrible.
Right.
Maybe by the time the fire gets to the top, it'll already be kind of burnt down, and then it'll consume itself and not be that bad. every fucking stick in that tower, that Jenga fucking tower of pine wood what I thought was pine wood.
Yeah.
I keep saying that. You'll figure out.
It's not pine wood.
Oh, it is.
Oh, is it?
But apparently, it has some kind of coating of something to kind of just agitate it a little bit and keep it burning
Right.
even more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some kind of oil that apparently burns off on a gigantic fire of these things. Because I had a puddle of liquid in the bottom of the fire pit after
that's
it was
not
done.
good.
But at first, it was coming out of the fire pit maybe about 2 feet high. You know, like I said, I got about 8 feet of clearance.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know, like 2 feet, it's a little
Still
uncomfortable.
got 6 feet, but yeah.
It's a little uncomfortable because I'm having to sit by this motherfucker, but whatever. And then my son comes to the door and he's got his steak and his plate and shit, and he's fixing to come out. And by this time, it's like 3.5 foot tall. And I'm seeing it and I keep thinking, okay, it's probably going to just kind of settle down at this point because every log is on fire at this point.
Right.
It's going to settle down and it's not going to be that bad.
No.
He's fixing to come out, and this motherfucker's already at 3 feet. And I look over, and he steps 1 foot out. I was like, because I had that dad instinct.
Right.
So I'm like, something's not right here. So he's like, why? I was like, do you not see what's in front of you? So he's like, whoa. And then he steps back in, and I'm like, okay, I guess I need to go get something.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to get. 'Cause
Water hose, maybe?
that's out front. I don't have a hose out back.
You don't have a way to stretch the hose around?
Well, I mean, by that time, my goddamn deck would be burnt down.
Well, you done watched it go from 1 foot to 3 feet.
And I'm just sitting
Sitting there watching
It'll
it.
settle down. It'll settle down.
Yeah, you're hoping the fire's gonna die out
That's
when you
all I'm
could have been
doing.
getting the water hose. That's kind of like when you're driving and you're backing up your car and you're like, "Yeah, I ain't gonna hit that car. No, I'm good. I got all this space."
I got like 2 inches. Right. Oh shit, an inch.
That old
Fuck.
that old Mitch Hedberg joke where he's just like, when I played golf the other day, I didn't get a hole in one, but I did hit a dude. Right. He's like, I didn't yell 4 because I was too busy mumbling. There's no way that's going to hit him.
So I go in the kitchen and I'm standing there and it's like my mind froze up.
Right.
I'm frozen. I'm thinking, okay, I think we got a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, nobody ever has a fire extinguisher.
But I'm not sure where it's at.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my wife said we got one, though, somewhere.
And if it's anything like my house, you'd go, "Hey, honey, where's the fire extinguisher?" I don't know. Well, why the fuck did I even ask that? It's like always the first thing. You don't know where it is, but you get mad at your wife because she's just like, I don't know. I didn't know we had one.
Why don't the fuck
you were
don't you know
fucking
where
with me when we bought the damn fire extinguisher? Where'd we put it? I wasn't with you when we bought it. Yeah, you were. And that's the truth. She was with you when you got it, but then it's like
She wasn't with you when your ass put it up somewhere. So, man, like I said, I'm frozen.
Right.
I don't know what to do. I'm thinking fire extinguisher. Well, where is it? And then by the time I notice that I'm pretty much not in my proper mind state because I'm sitting there pondering where the fire extinguisher is.
Right.
30, 40 seconds have went by because I'm like, where? And then I'm thinking, okay, damn. I'll just take some water out there. Do I have something big enough to extinguish this motherfucker? So I'm looking through the cabinets. I'm
about to call Dad to come over and smother it with his dick.
Do you have to piss? Well, come up here. Come up here and piss.
If you could hurry, or just let it out the back door and run down here real quick.
I am struggling to find some damn cake Tupperware or something. I'm struggling.
You know, because plastic don't melt.
Well, no, I don't know how your cabinets are, but dude, we got a fair amount of Tupperware, and apparently we don't put lids on the fucking like things. We have a stack of lids. We got a stack of bowls that are stacked inside of bowls,
And none of them match.
And I'm in there and I'm pulling shit out and lids are falling and I'm motherfucker, my goddamn porch. And I'm like, I'm fucking screaming. I'm freaking out. And finally, I find something big enough, I think, and I put water in it. And goddamn, you got to sit there and wait for the water to come out and fill the shit up. So
you need to get a long water hose, man.
yeah, by the time I get back out there and I'm gonna throw this fucking cake pan tub of water on this motherfucker, that flame is like 6 inches away from the roof. Dude, like that son of a bitch didn't simmer down not one bit. It fucking flamed. I mean,
Yeah.
it combusted.
My wife always says people fear calling 911 because it's that healthy respect of like, you know, like when you're young, you're taught, don't call 911.
Right.
Don't call 911. You only call that in
Your
emergencies.
daddy will go to jail if you call
Yeah.
911.
He's a wanted man. But no, it's like
So, but
you're
anyways-
told not to call 911, so you never know when an emergency really is.
A real emergency.
That was an emergency. You probably could have called the fire department.
Probably should have.
But you were like, oh, no, we're good.
No, maybe you'll simmer down.
Ain't gonna bother them hardworking men. They probably got other things to do. You mean like put out a 7-foot fire?
My mom done bothered the shit out of them last week. I ain't gonna get them out here.
Get them out here for a legit 7.5-foot fire. No, we ain't gonna do that.
Dude, thank God. As soon as I threw that shit, the water on the fire,
Yeah.
every bit of it went out.
You're lucky what it didn't do was spread that chemical that was on them logs. Because, you know, like a grease fire, if you throw water on a grease fire, it makes the grease spread out.
Yeah.
And it makes the fire bigger.
So I'm thinking that it may have not been an additive. It may have just been I had too much fucking pine wood
Yeah.
in a fire, and that's where all the little pine drippings went. Because, like I said, it was a decent amount of shit at the bottom that had came off of those logs. But whenever I got it out and I sat out there for a minute, kind of reflected on the situation, you know,
How did I fuck this up?
and I'm thinking, oh
Let
God.
me ponder.
No, I'm just like, oh man, that was crazy as fuck. And I'm looking around at the lights. Are the lights fucked up? No, they're good. They're good. Thank God. Thank God. My wife would have been pissed,
Yeah.
because she liked that little bullshit.
her father would be, motherfucker.
That's immediately what I thought next. I'm thinking, can you imagine if Short and Long Construction had to be contacted to come back out there to redo the roof that I fucking burn up within 3 months of completion?
Right.
Like, can you imagine?
Right.
There's no way that would happen.
No,
because and especially
Not right
it
now.
being election time,
season, yeah, no. It's like that.
somebody would die. Like if they had to be contracted to come back out there. Short and Long Construction, the mega powers exploded.
Yeah.
And they never got back together. Real. So-
the lust in your eyes for my president.
He isn't my president, Hulk Hogan. Not mine.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I sat there and I thought about it and I thought, we just wouldn't have a fucking roof then.
It's only burned in the front. It's not burned in the back.
My ass would fucking
Hey.
get a tarp and put up there.
Two things. One, Gene Jackson. I sent you that post this week. He has hilarious videos up on YouTube.
Whitey Jenkins. That's not Gene. I don't know who
That's
you're
not
talking
Gene. There's a Whitey Jenkins. We're gonna have Whitey Jenkins on this show, but Whitey Jenkins videos. There's one on YouTube where it's like this promoter, and we could pull it up and like play a little bit of it just to promote it. We don't want to play the whole thing.
Well,
Go
he's
over
got
his-
a wrestling school down there.
He does have a wrestling school down there. What is the what's the name? Is it Cheap Heat TV?
It is Cheap Heat TV on YouTube. If you are a YouTuber, you need to go to Cheap Heat TV and subscribe.
Yeah, it's a lot of funny videos over there. If I could spell, Josh, that would be great.
That would be good.
But he's got a lot of funny videos. While I'm pulling that up, I was going to tell you there was another one, Josh, that was the fire department. We were sitting at my parents' house the other day, and all of a sudden we heard this loud boom. And we're like, geez, was that an explosion? Like, you could hear it playing. There's a substation that's like 2-3 blocks away from my mom's house, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know what powers, like, that. What that substation powers, Josh, but it's so random because your aunt was without power. My mom, who lives literally like 50 feet away, had power.
No, it's not even 50 feet.
No.
She lives next door.
Yeah, I mean, like, not even... I mean, you could throw a rock from her porch and hit.
On a like a bad night where I was really in the sauce, I could piss from my aunt's yard and hit your mother's house.
Yeah. Oh wait, let me hit mute on that. So yeah, the fire department came out, and I guess a squirrel had gotten on a wire or something, and just wham.
And see, what's crazy about that is I didn't have internet. Like, I don't know what happened, but my internet went out the same time that my aunt's internet and power went out. And, you know, there was a place up on the highway,
Right.
which is more than half a mile away from our houses,
Right.
you know, in our little neighborhood here. And it's a pharmacy on the highway, and they didn't even have power.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
Bemis is keeping the fire department pretty busily steady this week.
Yes.
And like you said earlier before we started recording, it's always a game of, you know, it's cold. I ain't going to turn that heat on till like November, December. I ain't doing it.
I ain't going broke this winter.
Nope.
It ain't happening.
I ain't turning
we
the heat on.
saving some fucking money. We gonna put on some clothes. That's the fucking speech I used to get every goddamn year when I was a kid.
And then you've
that
got
was
those-
the speech from
yeah.
Ray J. I would get it. We gonna put on some motherfucking jackets in here. We ain't turning the heat on. We gonna have us some money this winter.
Yeah.
And like that shit was out the window.
It's fucking cold, Frida.
That shit was out the window the first frost, son.
Yeah, because your dad isn't like a chubby man at all. He's kind of
He's a slender
skinny.
man.
He's a slender man.
All the fat went to the dick.
we can't all be warm with your big dick there, Ray J. Turn the damn heat on. No, man, like,
But
and
yeah,
then you have the same people that are like, it's cold. Well, the heat ain't working. I got to get this space heater out of the garage. It hadn't worked in like years, and it's gonna
That
burn
was
half
actually Memo and Grandpa's first heater they had. Like,
It's
oh,
like,
shit.
should we probably be running this?
It actually smells like kerosene when it burns, but it's all electric.
Yeah. And then you have the fire department. Like, this is the time of year fire departments like probably dread.
Yeah.
It's because of just all the house fires from people like,
Well, the random space heater falling.
yeah, or the space heater plugged into the surge protector.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do that. They're not rated for that kind of that kind of wattage to be pulled. But yeah, I mean, you know that firefighters have to hate this time of year. And then, like you said, it's like 3 days in, it's like, I'm gonna turn the damn heat on.
Well, yeah, because we're all a Viking until that first fucking frost.
That first cold weather wind that comes in and hits your balls,
and
you're like,
ugh.
no.
Oh, fuck the money. It's about comfort. It's about comfort.
We spoke about it just a second ago, Josh. This is the video from Whitey Jenkins. It's his Outlaw Wrestling Academy. I'm not going to play it all, but that's how you find it. Whitey Jenkins Outlaw Wrestling Academy on Cheap Heat TV. Here's a little taste of it. And he's drinking straight from a bottle of
Jack Daniels.
just to give you a little appreciation for what this is. He's he looks like he's got long brown hair, and he's got the dark sunglasses.
He's
a
got
hat.
those are Carrera sunglasses.
He
Richard.
looks like your normal outlaw wrestling promoter.
He looks like he might run a pawn shop somewhere.
Yeah. Or he works double time over at like the Legion, you know, bartending.
I'm bartender during the day and night.
Got a question for you. Have you ever wondered if you got what it takes to join the wild and wonderful world of professional wrestling? Well, if you got a strong desire to succeed and $900 cash money in your pocket, I believe you can. 'Cause now, Outlaw Wrestling Federation is opening up
Pause it.
Outlaw Wrestling Academy. That's
How true is that throughout this?
If you got a strong will and desire to be a professional wrestler
And also $900
cash money,
I think I might believe in you.
because I'm going to tell you something else that makes that so true. Cash money.
Yes.
They don't want a check. They don't want any of the cash money.
Nope. We ain't keeping no records here.
Yeah, there's
We ain't doing no checks.
nothing's getting turned into tax man.
Cash money,
Cash
baby.
money.
right. We're going to train the future superstars of outlaw wrestling today. That's right. We have found a location down there at the the burn up Texaco on the corner of. Well, we'll get to that later. It just burned in the front. The back still did it. We'll get to that later. Let's talk about what we can offer you at the Outlaw Wrestling Academy. Not only are we going to teach you the biggest and best holds and maneuvers for professional wrestling, we are going to teach you the psychiatry of professional wrestlers, if you will, that they always talk about being so important. But what else we'll do for you?
Takes a swig of Jack Daniels.
Excuse me. What else we'll do for you is we are going to answer those frequently asked questions that all of you have, that you come up and ask at the gimmick table, and you hide out behind the building and jump out, and you want to know the answers to all these questions. Well, let me tell you something. You come to Whitey's Outlaw Wrestling Academy, all right? You come down there, you pay your $900 cash money, and not only will you learn all these holds and maneuvers, not only will you learn the psychiatry of professional wrestling, you will get your questions answered, such as, why do wrestlers call each other brother? What does blown up mean? Where do wrestlers get those tall, shiny boots at? What does kayfabe mean, and why can't I tell you? What's a shoot? How do you know if you're a mark? Why do the names always go over on these shows? You know what I'm talking about? What does it mean to get huddled house? Specific to North Mississippi, but I'll explain it to you nonetheless.
All right, I'm not going to play the whole video here. If you enjoyed that, go over, check out Whitey Jenkins Outlaw Wrestling Academy on Cheap Heat TV. We're going to try to get Whitey Jenkins on this show, Josh, and I know he's familiar with Gene Jackson.
They know each other.
He does a show over at BT, where you can find an STS Pod. And speaking
over at BT,
over there at BT, he does a show with BT over at STS Pod. Wasn't really that good. Go check that out. And speaking of which, Josh, we did a show for BT at STS Pod this past week.
That was the closest that P3 Radio had been to doing the NWO takeover gimmick on stspod.com. And we were close. We almost succeeded. And then we got CJ.
Yes.
Christian Jacobs from
Mid-South Wrestling. He's the Mid-South Wrestling Southern Unified Heavyweight Champion, something like that. He's the heavyweight champion of Mid-South Wrestling. I don't know. It's unified, I think. I don't think it's Southern. I think it's just unified heavyweight champion. There we go.
I think it's Pro Wrestling Mid-South.
Pro Wrestling Mid-South.
Dyersburg, Tennessee.
Yes. Over there with Golden Boy Greg Anthony.
Yes.
But so we had him on the show because BT had a ball-related injury. He was supposed to be.
You did Husqvarna a service,
yeah,
and a disservice.
Yeah, you're just really not supposed to weed eat your pubes, and poor BT didn't know that. I heard the surgery went well. He was supposed to be back this week, Josh, but I heard he heard that show, and it was so funny he laughed and busted a stitch.
Exactly.
So
got gangrene set up in there.
Man, so thoughts and prayers to BT that he overcomes that. So we're going to be back with.
And you, for one, should know about ball-related injuries.
Yes.
Because that's very close to home to you.
Pot and kettle both have one nut.
Exactly, and I'm not in that club, but I can relate, and I do feel y'all's pain.
There's a lot of famous people with one nut, Josh. Lance Armstrong.
Do not fucking
stop. Tom Green.
I don't want to know all that.
And that's the only two I know. But now me and BT. Oh, I got two. BT only has one.
Mine came back.
Yeah, mine came back.
Mine didn't get shredded by Husqvarna 172 XP.
I was on the edge of glory, and they had to go find that ball. But no, we're going to be back over there this next Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night after Dynamite, AEW Dynamite goes off at 9. We usually have those episodes out at 10. You can find those over at STS Pod. How you listen to this show, we'll have Dustin Starr, the Pro Shingle Man himself, in with us.
Mr. Pro Shingle.
Pro Shingle.
Mr. 5-star Dustin Starr.
Yes, so he'll be on there with us next week reviewing the show. But Josh, let me tell you something else that is that's blowing up like houses and things in Bemis that houses, things, fire pits, fake fires.
Basically, structures in Beamish.
Yes. And that is the website for our t-shirts. And our t-shirts, which are high quality if you choose the right option, can be found over at tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees. Josh, what are they going to find when they go to that website?
I think they're going to find a lot of high-quality T-shirts
we said
related
that.
to our podcast.
Yes.
They're going to find, my favorite, my absolute favorite, and I've still yet to get one. It's going to be on order soon. The cover art to our podcast,
Yes.
the wanted poster, man. You were strutting that ass in that T-shirt one day, and I said, damn, that looks good. I'm going to have to get one. I just got to get one. Also, you can get an ECW T-shirt, well, in the same vein as ECW. For P3 Radio and Freddy's Front Yard Slaughterhouse. So much more. And the way you do that, you go to tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees and get your t-shirt hookup. Pick the more expensive option, not the cheapest one, please.
Go over there right now. Help us out. tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees. Once again, tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees. Got a little George Jones, Josh, with the Corvette song.
I stopped off at the Quick Sack for some beer and cigarettes.
Hell yeah.
Took my money as he stared at my Corvette.
Song will be stuck in your head all week.
He said I had one just like her son in 1963. Hell, a man down at the bank took her from me. Oh, she was hotter than a $2 pistol. She was the fastest thing around. Long and lean, every young man's dream. She turned every head in town.
How much square dancing you think's been done to this song, Richard? Down there at Magic Valley.
Oh no, Joshua, this is your daddy's sex song.
No, he'd get mad because it had a Corvette in it.
They'd be fucking in a Bronco.
That's how you know he ain't got no sense.
Can't get me and my dick in a Corvette.
It's only a two-seater.
Take her for a spin.
It's that chorus.
The old man scratched his head and then he looked at me and grinned. He said, son, you just don't understand. It ain't the car I want. It's the brunette in your bed that turns me on.
So,
It's a very direct Clark.
That was hotter than a $2 pistol. She was the fastest thing around. Long and lean, every young man's dream. She turned every head in town.
Your dad saying this. My dick is harder than a $2 pistol. The hottest thing in town. Oh, man. So basically,
She was hotter than a $2 pistol.
I got to get that sound drop. Hotter than a $2 pistol. Oh, man. Yeah, so technically he just basically told
He made a
this guy,
song about a fucking pulling up to a gas station and get some cigarettes and beer.
Yeah.
And then the clerk fucking checking his old lady out.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, can I fuck your wife? Give you half off on these menthols."
It's like a damn redneck indecent proposal.
What would it take?
Maybe I'll just give you a case of beer and a carton of cigarettes and you let me take that woman for a ride, huh? Maybe.
Maybe I'm gonna put these natty lights back and get something more top shelf, if you know what I mean.
Might get Budweiser, huh? Wink, wink.
I'm gonna get some of them Winston cigarettes. Make it a carton, damn it. No. Oh man.
Carton says it's $57. That gonna be all right, sir?
Man, it was that. Yeah, trying to like asking him if that's okay. What do you think? No, carton might be too much now. She ain't that hot. All right, 3 packs in. Oh, okay. Oh man, speaking of that song, what got me was I heard that this week riding around on the radio. I just heard it. Hotter than a $2 pistol. It's just that He just sounds. It'll be stuck in your head, but it's the accent that he has. You know, George Jones's accent. You know, and it got me to thinking about other things in songs. The one thing that bothers me when I listen to a song is when you have a normal speaking person and all their songs sound like this, but all of a sudden they put out a song where they do something like this. Where they change their dialect, or they
Like
try to
from
speak in a different language.
Southern to Jamaican?
Yeah, no, well, yeah.
Like, when does that happen?
Oh, I've got a couple examples here.
You talking about Snow? Do you have a fucking Snow tape where he's not? Like, do you have a Snow tape from 1991 where he
No.
was doing country western music?
No, but
Informer, you know,
you sounded like Elmer, like
I like
Porky
you, boom,
Pig
boom,
there.
down.
Me, buddy, buddy. Like boom, boom, down.
Boom, boom, down.
But no, I mean, you hear it in songs where somebody goes to another dialect or they start speaking another language, and to me, it just gives me what they call the douche chills. Just, oh, that guy's a douche. For instance, this one is a band called Sugarland.
That's a band full of chicks, right?
No. It's the lead singer's a chick, but the rest of them are like guys and stuff. But I want you to listen to some of this song.
Is she the HBIC?
I guess so. You see them right there. This is called Stuck Like Glue. All right, you're gonna hear her sing here.
Now
in just a
that is that girl that was in Interviewing the Vampire.
minute. It does look like Kristen Dunst. You hear how she's singing right now?
No, that can make me feel so good.
Sounds like a normal country singing voice, right?
I guess.
Well, I mean,
It don't sound like Hank Jr.
Everybody said we never would.
I mean, you hear it though, right? There's no.
This would
dialect.
be played on. Yeah.
There's no dialect. It's catchy. Makes you feel good.
Not really.
It doesn't make you happy. I had to get the lyrics version because if I didn't, you would be staring at the chick the whole time and not really paying attention.
I hear the dude now.
Yeah. So that's the verses and the chorus. The Jamaican accent comes down towards. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait. Here we go, Josh.
From the ATL. Whoa, feeling kinda sick. Just a spoonful of sugar, make it better real quick. I say, whoa,
Do you hear it?
what you gonna do with that? Whoa, come on over here with that sugar, sticky, sweet stuff. Come on, give me that stuff. Everybody wants some. Melodies that get stuck up in your head. Whoa, up in your head.
Hey, up in your head.
Up in your head.
So it was country western to Jamaican.
Yeah.
You want me to take a dance? That's all I want to do.
So there's that one that went Jamaican. This one was also
Like,
recently.
how excited do you have to be to just morph into a Jamaican? Like your 10th birthday, you're like, oh my God, I got the fucking PlayStation. I am so excited.
Booyaka, booyaka!
PlayStation.
Yeah,
Booyaka,
man.
booyaka.
Yeah, man, we be playing the PlayStation, man. It's almost like Tom Hanks' son. Have you ever heard that one?
Ain't that some shit? Like,
What's his name?
the hell?
Chet Hanks, I
Chet.
think.
Cliff?
Chet Hanks.
Chet.
Didn't we play that on the show once?
I don't, probably.
His name, I think, is Chet Hanks. He is now. Who's his mother? It's Tom Hanks' wife. What's her name?
Rita Wilson?
Yes. Chet Hanks is the son of Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, two of the whitest people you could ever think to see.
So we kind of dropped a Chad off in Jamaica, let the Jamaican nannies take care of him through his childhood. That's why you talk like this.
This is
Big up the whole island.
This is Chet. Hold up. This is Chet Hanks at the Golden Globe Awards. Listen
Like,
to this.
dude, we just seen you get out of a limo with Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks. You ain't fooling nobody with that fucking accent.
This guy's whiter than mayonnaise. I just want to point that out. What you're about to see. This guy's whiter than mayonnaise and tomato
Like,
sandwiches.
He makes snow look black.
Yeah. Yeah, there is nothing about him that says Jamaican. Let's hear this.
Big up the whole island, massive. It's your boy Chetana, coming straight from the Golden Globes, you want to say? It's the Father Tom Hanks presenting in a what soon forward come. Big up, tune in.
He's very animated with the camera pointing and stuff.
And that's not an isolated incident. Oh,
He's a
man.
rapper.
Yeah. I wonder if we could pull up some of his rap songs. I wonder if he ever mentions something like one of his dad's movie. I get big like I get cast away from the family. Chet Hanks rap songs. He has to have one here. Do it better.
No, I can do it better.
Or do you want to go with
That's
Juice?
From 8 years ago.
You want to go with Juice from
Well, yeah,
5
you gotta
years
go
ago?
to Juice because
he's holding double pistols.
Twin Gets.
All right, this is Juice by Chet Hanks.
And it's Hanks.
Hanx.
Got my bitch, she fuck with bitches too. Showed her how we live and now she not fucking with you. Hey, my nick, bitch, we got the juice. Posted smoking, dope, relax and let these bitches choose.
I don't think Tom would approve of that.
What's the bitches?
I think that's what your wife wants you to do all the time.
Bitches?
Better get in there and do them bitches.
I'm posted smoking, dope, relax and let these bitches choose. Swagger off the road, smoking in the cold. I hit 'em with the
It's weird. There's no Jamaican accent there, Josh.
Well, this was 5 years ago. He didn't get to the island yet.
Now, this one looks like it's got more quality of the video, Josh. Let's see. This one's called Do It Better. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I wanted to hate it more. But
he's a millionaire.
Yeah, so he gets money.
He's got good production
people
quality.
to write it for him. This is called Do It Better by Chet Hanks. This one's actually spelled right, too.
This is when he was trying to Robin Thicke.
Yeah.
Let's go. I heard all about you. Everybody
Told you.
But they wanna be around you. Everybody seem to love you. I can't get enough of that.
You think Tom Hanks has to explain this to his friends when he does a movie? He's like, "What's your boys doing?"
Like
fuck.
whenever he meets up with an old friend, they have some cocktails somewhere. It's like, and they get all drunk. So what's the deal with that one son of yours?
Yeah.
Then he has to explain it for real.
Well,
What's the deal with that son there, Tommy boy?
yeah, like Jack Nicklaus is asking him.
Jack Nicholson.
Nicholson. I always
Why
do
do you
that.
keep labeling him as
No, he plays golf sometimes.
No, is it Jack? Is that no? Arnold Palmer is the Golden
Arnold
Bear.
Palmer.
Arnie.
That's a hard name to say.
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer. And
that's
it
why they
still
call
sounds
him-
like a sex act.
That's why they call him the Golden Bear.
I was getting an Arnold Palmer from my wife, and then the
call
kid
him-
walked in.
They call him the Golden Bear so they don't have to say that damn name so much. But yeah, Jack Nicklaus, he was a hell of a golfer too, but he is not the person.
Who's the actor?
Jack Nicholson.
Nicholson. Nicholas Nicholson.
So, Tom, what's the deal with that son of yours there?
Does that not sound like a sentence he would say?
Yes. On camera.
Speaking of people going Jamaican in songs, there's this one, Josh, by Train. See if you can spot it, because to me it sounds Jamaican. I might be wrong. Not this part. Now what they've done is they've taken the song from Big, that dun 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 dun.
Right.
So it goes full circle. Here we go.
Hey, Mr. DJ, when you gonna spin it? My baby's favorite record, she been waiting for me. She invited all the friends, and I'm buying all the rounds, and they're all dolled up. DJ, please don't let me down. When you gonna play that song now? When you gonna earn that pay? When you gonna play that song and make my day?
Did you hear it a little bit there?
My day.
I mean, I might be wrong. He might not have went Jamaican, but I hated this song just because of that. Me, Mr. DJ, and I think it gets more thicker as the song progresses. Like I think he's just he's ramping up the Jamaican.
You're telling me it gets thicker as it fluffs up?
Yeah.
Imagine that.
As you progressively go through it, it gets thicker. Ugh. See if it's a little bit thicker in this, and then we'll kill it out. I could be wrong.
To kill this song.
I could be wrong.
Hey, Mr. Guitar, when you gonna strum it? My girl just heard the song and you should play it 'cause she loves it. Can you get me off the hook? Get them fingers picking now. I'll throw some money in your cup. Mister, please don't let me down. When you gonna play that song now? Why you gotta hesitate? When you gonna play that song and make my day?
Maybe it's just the inflection on certain words.
Probably.
But are you getting a Jamaican accent kind of from it?
Not too bad.
Not as bad as the first one. I should have led with this one.
Let it fluff up to Sugarland.
But you'll be surprised at some of the songs you hear now where you'll hear somebody do that.
So do you have just like a general hate for Jamaicans? Or?
No. I just hate when people do the voice. You know what I mean? Speak like you speak. If I talk like this my whole life, even when we do this right here, you know, when we still do that in real life. You'll know that when you hear a replay of your voice sometimes, and it's like, "Hard bar, it's Pay Through Radio." I'm like, Jesus, that's Southern
Hey, everybody,
accent.
we're up here sitting on the damn wash tub recording this podcast.
Playing banjo with this. Josh has got the what is that called, Josh? Is that the washboard?
That's a washboard.
That's a washboard. But I mean, that's the way we sound. So it's okay if we try to pop back into a professional sound. But there is no like.
You're not going from Southern to Jamaican.
Yeah, it's almost accepted right now to do that. Like certain dialects, you could do Jamaican, but you do Asian. And you're a racist. You know what I mean? Like, why is that? Why is Jamaican okay?
Every time I play this song.
So that was terrible.
So that's bad.
That went almost Hispanic, which used to be okay. But it's like, when is Jamaican going to hit that territory where it's not cool to do the Jamaican accent anymore?
Well, I mean, I didn't get too much blowback from those commercials a couple of years ago. So,
but you know what I mean? Like, you got the Asian voice. If you do that, it's like, ooh. If you do that, they're going to be like, "Oh man, you can't do that. That's not good." And we played a video from a couple weeks back where it was just the guy doing the Speedy Gonzales. Yeah, and we were like, "Oh my God, you can't do that." But we just listened to Chet Hanks go, big ups, man.
Big ups to the island, man.
Both islands, brother, boy, booyah, booyah.
Booyaka, booyaka.
And we didn't think.
Shout out to the nanny man. Hold me down to the childhood, man. Raise me right.
So we're going to stretch this Jamaican thing out as far as we can. That's what you're getting to, right?
No, but I'm just saying, like, when, this is a real thing. Like, when is that not going to be appropriate? Is that the last dialect that you can mock?
I mean,
is that the last one?
Well, Russian, but.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Fuck them, right? No. That's the way you feel,
well,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you can still
they
mock
don't
Russians.
count.
Yeah,
they're dumbasses.
I ain't gonna count. You can still do German, but yeah, when is that
Indian.
Jamaican accent?
Can we do Indian?
No. See, that's another one. That's another one that's kind of gotten a lot of blowback since the Simpsons poo thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which when I heard that,
he just quit. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah, he's not going to do that voice anymore. And I'm like, dude, they also have a redneck on there talking about doing his sister. The biggest Southern stereotype. I've never been like, get him turned off. Get him turned off.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That just alienates a whole half of a country that you're calling them that. But,
well, it's just the southeast of the country. That's all.
But still, But I mean, like, I don't care. I think it's funny. I mean, it's The Simpsons. But anyways, yeah, I think Jamaican will be the last one to fall.
Yeah, because I mean, even Native American went out back.
Oh,
in the
God, yeah.
back in the 90s. So
Yeah, so Jamaican is still the last remaining dialect that you can mimic without.
it is unfuckwittable.
Yeah, I mean, people might look at you like you're crazy, but you imagine in like
whenever
15
you,
years when
whenever
that's,
you walk into work Monday morning, you're that. How's everybody doing up in here, man? Everything is all right.
we're going to work on some computers for you, brother.
Now you're building.
That was almost.
Hey, brother, need you come look at some computers over there at the north side, brother? How would he function as your boss?
Oh, fuck it. If they don't like it, they can pull out your 22.
The marquee on the business card says IT, brother. It don't say dumbass fixer.
Oh, man. But yeah, like I said, in like 10 years when that's no longer acceptable, I can imagine Sugarland having to come out and going, what
We're going
we
to
did at
change
the
our
time-
name to Cane Pole Land.
Cane Pole Village.
Yeah, Cane Pole Village.
Which is now going to be the name of this podcast this week. Cane Pole Village. But I mean, you can see them in like 10 years apologizing for doing a Jamaican accent in there, which they should apologize. That was the douchiest thing. Not for offensiveness.
You
Just-
and me, baby, we
We're
just
stuck
stuck like a glue. We're stuck like a glue, man.
Well,
Bring it back to you, man.
I've got one more. It didn't go Jamaican, Josh. But I don't know what he was trying to do here. This is Red Hot Chili Peppers, Round the World. How come Red Hot Chili Peppers are like bulletproof on some of the douchey shit they do?
Because he was on Happy Days.
Was he?
Yes.
Listen to this shit.
I know the song.
Okay. It's the next chorus. But like, this is the cheesiest rock rap ever. Listen to this. Is that not terrible? Like, this is some of the douchiest stuff ever. Listen to this. Here we go. Shit, where is it? Maybe it's after this one. Why would we cue anything
Are you
up?
talking about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. They just assumed he was all fucked up on drugs. You know, he was under the bridge for a long time.
Here we go.
Take a wife because life is beautiful?
Yeah. Here we go. What the fuck is that? Is he? Like, what? Okay. But I don't know what he was trying to do there. Like, he might be messing around.
Oh, he was
If he's
definitely
messing around, then that's offensive, right? If he's not messing around and he's being truthful and trying to speak another language, which I don't think that was another language.
Ning nang.
Yeah, I feel like he was being more offensive. He just got a pass on that, didn't he? I feel like that was offensive. Can't put my finger on it. But I did
Well,
get...
there's certain people in the, you know, like bands and certain people in the entertainment industry that just get a pass. You know,
guess so, man.
It's like Charlie Sheen, right? I mean, like there has been, and this has been stuff from like Denise Richards, she came out and released a bunch of stuff that was very like just wild, you know, like and then you got Corey Feldman saying all that stuff about what happened with Corey Haim, and Charlie was the, you know, the accused and all that. And they say, I say that because of the time frame that Corey Feldman gave for that incident or whatever, that there was no other movie that Corey Haim was in other than one with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. So you're making the connection.
That's what everybody said. I mean, that's
according to allegedly.
That is what
If we get sued by Charlie Sheen, I don't know. It might be a good publicity.
It probably would be. But he's one that gets a pass because you've heard all this evil shit about him, and you're like, well, I mean, he was in Major League and 2.5 Men.
Man, it's great when they get those passes, I guess, from them, but eventually that pass runs up. Am I right?
It does.
That pass does run out, and I'm right next to it. It's not Bill from Bill. It's Bill Dundee on my little soundboard here. But the other Bill I was thinking about was Cosby. Cosby got a pass until it ran out, and boy, did that pass run out,
dude. Well, like I've talked to people about this before.
Yeah.
When you can't give back to the machine consumes you.
Yeah.
And as long as you're plugged in and you can provide for the machine, then you're fine.
Right.
But as soon as you can't bring anything to the table and you're used up and your fan base is pretty much non-existent. I mean, I say that just within saying like Cosby and R. Kelly at one time had fucking millions and millions and millions and millions of fans, and like before they got in trouble, I mean, it dwindled. Did you hear just a small section? Did
you hear about a larger scale scandal that was going on in like England? Like they had this kids show that was over there for years.
Who was the host?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The host like died, and it was like so sad. And then they found all this evidence.
They figured out
of all this stuff that he had been doing.
The numbers are in the triples.
Yeah,
triple digits.
Yeah, and it was just like this. It'd be like if Mr. Rogers, you know, if some bad stuff came out about him, that was like how big of a guy this was. Right. It was like after he died, like when he died, they had
he diddled with every damn kid on that show.
Yeah,
like, fuck.
Yeah, it's like what?
Really?
I can't believe that.
Fuck him.
Yeah, like it's kind of like you got to think, and I know this is going to sound bad. It's got to think like they have to feel like the ones that mourned at the funeral have to feel a bit like when WWE ran that tribute show for Benoit before they knew the details, and then the details came out, and they're like, "Shit, I wish we wouldn't have done that."
I guarantee you, this damn show won't ever be on any kind of network we have.
Right? Shit. Hold on.
Shit!
Might as well wouldn't have happened, brother.
Yeah, but you talked about Charlie Sheen, and there's a reason why you did, Josh. For some reason, I found this video.
Just like the people in this drive-thru found him.
So
what's your move?
It's okay. So the video is titled "Charlie Sheen Drunk Taco Bell Drive-Thru."
And no, he's not running the window.
No,
he's just standing outside the building.
You know that little patch of grassy area that they keep the drive-thru menu on that has the speaker on it? He's standing in that area, like behind the menu board. I don't know if he got out to take a piss or what, but all these cars
His ride was like, I'm fucking leaving you. I'm just driving away. You're going to get us arrested.
Let's see what he does here. He's standing on that little drive-through grass patch.
Grassy knoll.
Yeah. Awesome. And he's just talking to cars as they...
That was him congratulating.
You know what? It's going to be a while before they make my bean burrito. So I'm going to go out and greet some of these people.
Did you know that Major League 3's coming out soon? I've already thrown pitches for the fucking shit.
So he's about to approach our car.
She's a big fan.
Now, pause it.
Jaden.
Pause it. It looks like just his dress, his attire looks like
he's wearing like what they call a wife beater type thing.
No. It's got sleeves. It's a imagine the 80s baseball jersey shirts, right?
Yeah.
But it's a collared long sleeve
I don't
shirt.
know what it is he's wearing.
Well, what it looks like, he's wearing one of those shirts, and he tried to hook up and rip out of it,
Yeah.
and he gave up when he got about to his chest line.
These buttons are really sewed on here.
So he's got like this open chest, long sleeve shirt jersey like thing going on, but like he just gave up halfway through the rip.
Stumbling around through the drive-through.
And his hair looks like he hasn't washed it in 3 days, and it's all over his fucking head.
I love he shakes the guy's hand and says, "I'm Charlie." Yeah, we know.
Like we don't fucking know.
What the fuck you doing at Taco Bell, Charlie?
Like he's walking around smiling like the biggest shit-eating grin I've
Yeah.
ever seen in my life. He's drunker than a motherfucker.
At least he's fan-friendly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is pretty cool. I mean, in a way, but here. Hit play here.
What's your name?
Jaden.
Yeah, I'm Charlie.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry, I'm so fucking
No,
hammered.
you're cool, man.
Sorry, I'm so fucking hammered.
I have done that same sentence so many times.
At Christmas.
Oh. Hey,
What's
nice
your name?
Nice to meet you. I'm
Aunt
so
Lisa.
sorry I'm fucking so hammered.
Hey, what's your name? Josh, this is Aunt Lisa. Oh.
I'm sorry I'm so
I'm
hammered,
fucking
Aunt
hammered.
Lisa.
Oh, you're cool, man.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Good, how are you?
What's your name?
Tamara.
Tamara?
Uh-huh.
Hi.
Hi.
Awesome.
You're rad, man.
You guys are in a fight.
No.
No, we're not fighting. What's up with that tattoo? Let me see that tattoo.
Which one?
That one right here.
Charlie Brown.
He's got a Charlie Brown tattoo over his right
teat
that says "mom."
Mom?
Is that what that says? Mom?
does.
Like Charlie Brown's saying the word
He's
mom?
thinking mom. Or
Yeah.
it's a Charlie Brown. It's a Peanuts comic strip. It says mom.
Is he fucking something?
Oh, yeah.
No, he's on a magic carpet.
Crush it.
Go Reds.
Reds, yeah.
He's got a Cincinnati Reds tattoo on his arm.
I knew he was a piece of shit. I knew it.
I knew it. This is where
Sorry,
this is where
motherfucker.
he no longer gets a free pass from me.
Sorry, son of a bitch. Only motherfucker gets a pass is goddamn Joe Morgan, motherfucking Ken Griffey, Senior and Junior. That's it.
What about Pete Rose?
Fuck him. He gambled. He gambled. Fuck him. No, I'm a Pete Rose guy.
Yeah, I am
man.
too.
He's an asshole, though.
Oh yeah, probably.
You're hilarious.
All right, man. Thank you.
Right on. Cool.
Is it not weird that he immediately like went to, are you guys fighting? And he holds up a fist?
Yeah, you guys fighting? He's like, no, we're not fighting.
Well, actually, we were a couple.
We're getting Taco Bell. Fight's over. I love how Charlie did the whole thing where he's like, he's standing at that drive-through. He's standing at the guy's car. He's like, all right, take care. And he still sits there for like 3 seconds. Like he's unsure of where he is and how to get back.
Where is my car? Like right now.
I think I put it in park.
But that was over there in El Senado. Where are we right now? We're in Mendocino? Goddamn.
Here we go. Look, he's still there.
Gary, what's up, man? What's going on?
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Let him go. Stop holding his hand. So I guess that was his bodyguard that was with him.
He looked like he was fucking weird.
Yeah. He said, let him go. Stop holding his hand. He wouldn't hold him. Like the driver wouldn't hold him.
It's like he was making Charlie not feel like an asshole.
Yeah, let go of his hand. And the guy's like,
Meanwhile,
I'm holding the
Charlie's
camera.
Like, Charlie's like halfway in the dude's car in the window.
We're fine. They were just fighting. We weren't fighting, Charlie. They were fighting. I showed him my
Holding
Cincinnati
up
Reds.
his dukes and shit.
Cincinnati Reds in my nipple. You know.
Yeah, it's not weird.
Winning.
Winning. Tigers blood. Cincinnati Reds blood.
That was the end of the video. Oh, somebody else they have a part 2. They haven't seen this one. So this is part 2, Josh, of the, it's only 15 seconds long.
Hello, I'm Charlie
So,
Sheen.
No, that was the homeless looking dude. All right, so let's say what's going on here. This is like the back of the store, and all of the people in Taco Bell have came out. They're like, "Fuck you and your triple burrito or whatever you're getting. I've got to go meet drunk Charlie Sheen." And he walks by some dude with holding like 70 bags of something. It looks like a homeless
He's been
guy.
dumpster diving.
And he has like a towel over his head. He's like an old confused white guy. And he goes, "Oh, Charlie Sheen." Listen to him.
Oh shit! What's up, man? Oh shit! Charlie Sheen. Oh shit! Oh, Charlie Sheen.
Oh, Charlie Sheen.
And he's hugging the drive-through people.
Just take a photo.
That one dude looks like Eddie Edwards.
And then they told him you can only just take a photo. So they didn't want anybody to know he was hammered at Taco Bell.
Oh yeah, because if you just took a photo of that, you'd only see like all of his tattoos and his exposed chest and his fucked up hair. You wouldn't think anything's wrong.
Oh, that's
right?
just Charlie, man.
Nothing's wrong.
That's just Charlie.
Hell,
Well, Josh,
he's probably all right.
Josh, I think our time here is just about up for this week. We got plenty of stuff to talk about. We'll get to it next week, I guess.
I guess so.
And maybe me and you'll go drinking behind a Taco Bell.
That's what it's all been leading to, right?
Yeah,
Us drunk in the Taco Bell
we're gonna
drive-thru.
leave here and go drink at a Taco Bell.
And then we're gonna have to question.
Hey, why don't y'all have Mexican pizzas anymore, motherfucker? You want to fight?
Yeah. Well, if you want to join us for another area of not drinking behind Taco Bell, you can find us at our social media, where you can join us on there and talk to us throughout the week. Ask us questions, hit us up with something you'd like to see on the show. And Josh, if they want to give us a call or do that, how do they find us?
Well, you mentioned social media. Social media. And on Twitter, we are at P3 Radio, the number 1. On Facebook, put in that search bar Pop Poncho, and you're bound to see our profile picture. And if you want to get with us the old school way, the telephone number so you can text us or leave us a voicemail. We might play the shit on the show. You never know. Our telephone number is 731-300-6675.
That's going to do it for us. For Josh Briley, this is Rich Mulligan saying thanks for listening and good night.